Pain Master.
Shock Master. You upload your own avatar, which is a blinged out, sparkly stormtrooper mask.
Okay, we have 2 land. We're on the draw. We can't cast any of our spells currently. We do have a key rune, so if we get 1 more land in our next 3 cards,
we'd be able to cast one of our cards.
Yes. But assuming that that land was
a forest, we'd be gold.
Yes. Or one of our multicolors.
Sure.
I think it's close.
You want to make sure that, we're done before Bob gets here. I understand.
Yep.
Slytherin, damn it. We've lost already, John.
I know, and this is why Bob's not here. Because he'd be freaking out. So we didn't get the green source I was hoping for.
But at least we got a source.
Yes. So we will be able to cast the key rune at least.
Oh man, I hope he has a deck which is nothing but 1-drops.
Ooh. It worked out. Now he'll probably have some answer, or... I've actually seen this getting a lot more play.
Okay, what's it do?
Whenever you cast a black creature, you can give one of your creatures Intimidate.
It'd totally work on us.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he did it to a green creature.
So, let's see. If I attacked, he might double block. And we'd lose R2/2 for his 2 crappy 1/1s. Probably not a good deal. I'd probably be better off playing this guy.
I think you do both. Too late now.
I could still attack. I just couldn't bluff any trick.
Not that we have any tricks.
You're right. But I couldn't bluff the trick.
You didn't take a single thing that would have been useful in that regard.
Oh, okay. So he's got that guy.
What's that
guy? He can't block. He's 4/1. You can bring him back by dumping cards into your graveyard. He's probably a good candidate for Angelic Edict.
Okay, let's see that.
Okay, so he can't block. He could block with Slitherhead, and we don't care about that. I'm thinking Keymaster Rogue here. So we probably just swing with both.
Sure, I see what you're saying. Though now he is totally going to use that 1 point of scavenge in order to make his black chick better, probably. Maybe the skeleton? Probably not the skeleton.
Right. Well, he might put it on the skeleton. It's hard to say. But either way...
But the skeleton would be double easy to block if it was intimidating. Because it would have the same problem as the Emerald.
Yes.
Emerald.
And we actually have green.
Yeah, not that it works this time.
Right. But I think he's thinking about it. Oh no, he's putting it on there.
Ha! Called it. I don't know why, but I totally did. Probably because he expects to be sacrificing the skeleton in order to bring it back or something.
So he's dealing 6.
Ouch. You need to do something about that.
Yeah, we do. Okay. Here, we could either play Warrior and Key Rune, or we could Edict to get rid of something. I'm thinking maybe Warrior and Key Rune.
Alright.
And then Edict next turn.
Are we not attacking?
That gets him up to a 3/3. I think we attack with the Keymaster.
Are you the gatekeeper?
That was a little too Ghostbusters all of a sudden.
Or it was exactly the right amount of Ghostbusters.
Okay, so he's sending that guy.
Trundlebutt.
This guy can pump to a 5/5. So I think maybe I block him here. And then he uses the ability to bring him back. Well, only anytime you could play a sorcery. So,
Man, we are totally flush with guild gates. If only we had a bunch of gatekeepers.
I could edict his scorpion, which would kind of open our ability to attack. Or I could just attack with the rogue. And then if he did attack with a scorpion, I'd probably make my key rune into a creature.
Sure.
And trade with him. That might not be a bad plan.
I can see that.
Oh, and that does get around our intimidate problem because it's an artifact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fatal fumes. We actually don't have one of our 2 deputy of acquittals, so we just have to take it. Surprised he didn't kill it before it dealt damage, but
maybe he's not a very good player.
it's a possibility. Okay, give something to intimidate. Good. Do the deed.
Mm-hmm.
And right now he's trying to think, does this guy know, are we a good player?
Sure.
I'm tired of your intimidation.
We're good enough for this.
Now, do you have a combat trick? You might.
Rise from your graves.
Okay, so now we have 2 ways
Hmm.
to exile things. So I think we just wait.
Now the waiting game.
Because if we don't attack and don't do anything, he can't attack with his guy who is 4/1 because our guy can pump to be a 5/5.
Okay.
Okay, unless he kills
Assassin's
him.
Blades him.
Yeah. And then it's a good thing that we still have an island in our deck. So now we kind of have to exile this guy.
Woo, 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 woo.
He still has 2 cards. You know what's going to happen? We're going to draw our mimic. Oh,
Have nothing to mimic. Oh no, we have nothing to evolve our little tiny deer.
Yep, even worse. Okay, so he does have a decoy in here. Maybe I just edict this guy.
But
What?
all right, no, just
You're thinking save it for?
it's not a special. I mean, it's 2.
It's the death touch, and that it then scavenges back.
Well, fair enough.
Bob is on his way.
Oh, neat. So in another hour he'll arrive.
Oh, that's not good.
We made a huge mistake.
Okay, and that was even worse. So end of turn, he'll make his centaur, which will also evolve his sage.
Hmm.
And now he's putting counters on someone. Goody good. Don't think we have a card in our deck which would save us at this point.
That certainly isn't it. Well,
That will buy
kind of.
us another turn. And I think, no, I don't think. I was going to say, I think we unleash it beforehand, but we have a couple things that populate. We've probably already,
Chucked them.
yeah, used them all, but
Well, we definitely used one of them.
yeah, our guy who can attack and populate, I know he's dead.
And Tristani's Judgment.
Yeah, and Tristani's Judgment we used. So Deputy of Acquittals, I'll be able to flash in,
Which is always upsetting.
surprise him. So, nothing's. And fortunately it says may, so we don't have to bounce our own Centaur token. Oh, and he has something. Savage Surge. Why not?
Surge! Huh. Well, that didn't work at all.
All right. So,
Well, we're definitely
it wasn't looking pretty for a while.
definitely on pace for that being done before Bob arrives thing.
Yes. Yeah, we had quite a nice lineup coming up here if we
Just
ever
like 15 cards down the line.
yeah, got through 20 more land. Okay. We had pretty good removal. Our creatures didn't come up at the right time.
Yeah, yeah.
And as far as things that would, like this guy would block well against him, even just getting the Call of the Conclave earlier, or this guy earlier, this guy would really shut him down. So
you think we're good? We just didn't see it.
yeah, I don't think this is a lost cause.
All right.
And that is a much better opening hand. That's the kind of problem with Cloudfin Raptor. If you have him in your opening hand,
He can be potentially very broken.
yeah. If you draw him late in the game when you're looking for an answer,
He's just flat busted.
yep. Now with Species Gorger, I could just continue to endlessly bounce it itself. We could evolve this thing like crazy. Okay, so do I want Fencing Ace or Temple? Probably Fencing Ace, because when we cast Temple, it's going to give us a second.
It'll evolve it.
Yeah, it'll evolve it again.
Bak-bakak. That's the sound that I imagine that the raptor there makes when it flies.
Well, of course.
It's not some hideous shriek. It just sounds like a sort of slightly confused chicken.
Let's evolve and probably swing away. Like, if he's willing to trade his Screecher for our Fencing Ace, I'd be okay with that. And instead, we just get in extra damage. Now we can cast this next turn, which will make this guy a little bit bigger, evolve that guy.
It's like our deck was kind of actually working.
Yeah. In the ballpark of working. Now if we actually had a token, ooh, that's tempting too. That I might have to do first. So that's going to be much more difficult for you to deal with.
Hmm.
And it evolves him.
And so will in the gorge.
Right. So if I attack with Fencing Ace, he'll pop this and kill it, but I would get through for 7. I think it's worth it for the small price of killing a Fencing Ace.
Oh, if only we had something like, I don't know, Giant Growth and the mana to cast it. Which we probably
Yeah, we
had.
could have. Yeah. It could have been played in a sequence that would have got us there. So we're just applying so much pressure. It's good. Tristani's Judgment. If we get one more land.
What? We'll be able to crush his will to live?
Yeah. Yep, we will. Well, he second-guessed himself there.
Right out of the win? No, I don't know about that.
Here's yet another evolve.
So how does the temple work?
1/1 for or power and toughness equal to number of creatures,
Oh, okay.
and then populate.
What just happened?
He's gonna kill our raptor, which will make our temple
Drop.
smaller,
Sure.
which then does that.
Well played.
And now we have nothing else to bounce with this guy, so he's going to have to bounce himself or bounce Law Mage. Just depends on what he plays and what we want to attack with.
Sure.
Oh, it looks like we're bouncing the Law Mage. I'll force him to block this guy. Ooh, or, well, we couldn't. If we Judgment this turn, then we'd have nothing to bounce next turn, except for himself.
It's a problem.
It is. But because we did it this way, we can key rune and then Law Mage.
Very fancy, John. It's very fancy. It's totally pro tour.
That also would allow us to activate, turn on the key rune if we want to bounce him as our creature.
Sure.
But what I'm really hoping is that he just decides to scavenge up this guy.
And then we can judge him unworthy.
Yep. And then we judge him, and then...
I'm judging you.
Okay. So here, I think I like that plan. What do you have? something to kill it. Oh. Interesting. That's okay. We still have this to bounce. So it's not like we're out of luck, and we're attacking for 6.
Man, that thing would have been awesome like a little while ago.
Yes. So I think we still want the hexproof guy, just so he can't do shenanigans like he just did.
Mm. Unless he still has a handful of cards.
Yeah. As tempted as I am to block there, and sadly I really am tempted to block, but that would
Like, I think you have a trick.
that would screw up our plan more than most. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, in that case, I think we bounce him. Yes.
Did we just win, John?
Absolutely bounce him. Unless there's a 1 green burst of strength. If he had burst of strength, he could have untapped his guy and blocked for 1 extra turn. Otherwise, we win. Okay. So, what removal did he use? He used Fatal Fumes. Just trying to think whether Dispel would be worth it.
He used Fatal Fumes. He used whatever that card was at the end there. That was...
Oh, he used Assassin Strike that one time.
Yeah.
But that's a sorcery. We'll just stick to our guns. Always assume you got it right the first time. Ignore the signs.
I think we got our mana okay, though.
Yep. We have a 1-drop and a 2-drop, and then kind of a 3-drop or 3-drop. I can live with this. We still haven't seen our Mimic, which makes me kind of sad because we may not make it. Ooh, probably gotta go for that. That's just...
2 potentially good.
Yep. Too much upside. Shade's a good draw for him.
Fat kitty, fat kitty, fat kitty, meow, meow.
It's actually a pretty good draw for us.
It's a pretty mellow cat, though.
As large as it is.
I presume it's incapable of fighting back.
Yeah, if he had to pump the Shade to
You went down now,
get
7.
value out of it, that would not be the end of the world. Oh, and now
He's putting nothing pump creatures.
that actually puts him in a tough spot here because we can... Ooh, what do I could play Key Rune and then Craw Warrior, but if we think he has removal, well, he couldn't play it this turn though. I'll just do it this way. Play the Key Rune, Play the warrior. I'll make this guy.
A little bigger.
Yep. So he can't block him with him without dying. Now I wish we had a 3/3 token to populate off of when we did that, but
Yeah. Oh well.
yeah. Go ahead, bump him.
Throw your mana away.
Okay. So, what all could we do? I can make him into a 6 if I activated that, sent that guy down. So that might be what I want to do. I can make him into a 5 by pumping. Send the team and see what he does.
Well, he plans on blowing that one dude up.
Okay. So, gonna wait for it a second. Oh, hold on. Damn it.
What?
I didn't want to yield to that because I could have made my token and then brought in the remove auto yields. There we go. I could have had 2 centaur tokens right there.
Damn it.
Yeah. Sloppy on my part.
So every time that thing hits, it populates?
Oh, launch party. Excellent. Excellent. This is why we play the Deputy of Acquittals.
Does he blink or does he hop back into our hand?
Hops back into our hand.
So not as good.
Yeah.
But still good.
Yep. He still killed one of his creatures in order to cast a spell and didn't end up killing one of ours.
Yes. Oh wait, no, boo!
Yeah, we would have.
There's almost no chance of Bob driving so slow that he won't be here before we get done with this.
Yep. So he'll just have to jump in on round 2.
And this is draft beer.
We'll see you in a few.